Hello and welcome back to Home Glass Hacks with me, Laura Quinn. This is lesson 3 in a series of videos that'll show you how you can keep working with glass while at home during the lockdown. In this video we're going to cover how to make a gin tumbler from a jam jar, and this process is called cold working. We'll be grinding and polishing the top of our glass rim, which we hot popped in the previous lesson, and turn it into a gin tumbler. So let's get making. For this, you'll need to take your jam jars or glass bottles which you hot popped in the last lesson. This is what they'll eventually turn out like. You can see that it's a nice polished rim there. It's got a beveled edge to prevent any cutting of the lips on the inside and the outside of the rim, and it's brought up to a high polish. This is what the jam jar looked like originally. It actually had quite bad chipping and a jagged edge, as you can see here. So this is too sharp to use as is. To get rid of our sharp edges and straighten out the rim, we're going to use some silicon carbide wet and dry sandpaper. So this very well might be something you actually might have at home in the toolbox. It's just regular wet and dry sandpaper. You just have to make sure that it's made of silicon carbide, which is hard enough to grind down glass. So here I've got a pack that has a variety of grit sizes in it, from very rough up to a very smooth grit size. You'll also need some kitchen paper or newspaper. That'll go down under our sanding paper to absorb any water or glass dust. As always, you're going to need some safety glasses. So let's take a look at the wet and dry abrasive sanding paper that we have. As you can see here, written on the back is the grit size. We'll be starting off with a very rough grit size. In this pack I started off with 120 grit, but you can get a rougher grit for a quicker grind. Then you'll work all the way through to 2000 grit. Place your paper or your kitchen paper down on a hard, even, flat surface. Get your grinding paper and pop it down. Put a little bit of water on it. This keeps the glass dust down. The highest point on the glass will grind first. This is quite a loud and noisy process, so make sure there's nobody asleep in the house first. It can take quite a while to get started on the roughest grit to get rid of the most material. You can see it's already started. Just have patience at this stage and work down until it's completely flat and even surface. Then you'll be able to work through the different grit sizes. Continue to add water throughout to make sure that the sanding paper and your glass is wet. Once the glass is fully ground down and flat, you need to bevel the inside and the outside edge. We'll start with the outside edge. Hold your glass at a 45-degree angle and rotate it every so often until the whole edge is ground down all the way around. To grind the inside edge, you'll first need to cut off a little bit of your wet and dry sanding paper. You can wrap this around your finger, or you can wrap it around a pen or pencil instead. Again, the angle for grinding is about 45 degrees. You need to be careful, especially on the inside edge, to see where your sanding paper is hitting against. It can be very easy to cause scratches on the internal surface at this stage, so just be mindful. Work your way through the grit sizes until you reach about 2000 grit, and that'll be enough to bring it to a polish. The last thing to do is add ice, a slice, your favourite drink, and enjoy. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with current projects, and if you make these yourself at home and post about them online, use the hashtag #HomeGlassHacks. Until next time, stay safe and stay glassy.